Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Reading the Movie. I'm your host, Eric Smith, and today I'm talking about The Relic, or just Relic, depending on whether you're talking about the movie or the book. So the movie, first of all, The Relic from 1997. It was directed by Peter Hyams, and it stars Penelope Ann Miller as Dr. Margot Green. Tom Sizemore is Lieutenant Vincent D'Augusta. And this is a passable monster movie. It takes place at the Natural History Museum in Chicago, where a series of horrific murders are taking place, and Tom Sizemore's detective comes in to investigate. He works with Penelope Ann Miller's Dr. Green, and they soon discover that what they're looking for is a monster and not a person. And of course, there's a big event that's about to happen at the museum, and the people in charge of the museum don't want to shut it down. They don't want to close the beach, as someone in Jaws might say. So, of course, this big event, there's going to be a lot of people there, and there's a monster running loose in the museum. So, as I said, it's a passable monster movie. I'll have a trailer for it, a link for a trailer up there somewhere, so you can check it out. I'm not a huge fan of Penelope Ann Miller. The few things I've seen her in, she didn't thrill me. She's not a horrible actor, but I haven't really been impressed with her acting. Please ignore the lightsaber noise. That was just my phone. Tom Sizemore, always entertaining. To me anyway. So it's good to see him. It's not a waste of a couple hours if you like a monster movie. The CGI monster isn't bad. On a scale of Tremors, which is one of my favorite monster movies, to Tremors 5, which is a horrible, horrible movie, I would put this at Tremors 3. Now, this rating system assumes that Tremors being the best, and each one has gone downhill a little bit until you get to the horribleness that is Tremors 5, which may or may not be the case. But since this is supposed to be a scale. Anyway, The Relic falls right in the middle between Tremors and Tremors 5. Does that make sense? Anyway, this movie is based on the book Relic by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. And you can actually see a little picture of the monster right there. The book, I had a note, and I forgot to jot it down on my computer, so I'm going to have to look it up. Let's see, where is it? Where the heck? I skipped a page. I didn't write it down. I wanted the copyright for the book, so let's see. 1995 is when Relic was published. I'm going to share this. This is my notebook that I keep my notes in for this little video series. Anyway, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. We're talking about Relic, the basis for the movie. So this was published in 1995. It's the first collaboration between Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child. There have been many, many, many others. I've read this book multiple times. I absolutely love it. The first difference, which isn't a big deal, is that the book is set in New York. It takes place at New York City's American Museum of Natural History. You still have Margot Green, you still have the cop. The biggest difference, and I think the thing that upset people that were fans of the book, the thing that upset them when the movie came out, is the best character from the book is not in the movie. And that's FBI Special Agent Aloysius Pendergast. An amazing character. So popular. He's gone on to be in 15 novels, I believe. At last count, I think it was 15 novels featuring Agent Pendergast. He's also been in a couple of short stories. Um, just a, I don't know why he's not in the movie. He's an eccentric character, a genius. Um, I mean, the obvious comparison I think would be Sherlock Holmes, because this guy is just incredibly knowledgeable about so much stuff, and at least in this first story, quite a mysterious character. Obviously, over 15 novels, we're gonna learn much more about him, but in this first one, he's really kind of an enigma and just an amazing character that, again, I have no idea why they would leave this character out of the movie. Um, so, actually, there's news that there's going to be a Pendergast TV series. It's supposed to be on Spike TV, I believe, and it's being created by Gail Ann Hurd, if I'm not mistaken. She's executive producer on The Walking Dead, and of course, she's done tons and tons of stuff. Um, but it seems like she's going to be bringing Pendergast to the small screen, which is something I'm looking forward to. If it's well done, hopefully. I always want everything to be well done. It's such a great character. Um, so the movie, The Relic, entertaining enough. It's a nice little monster movie. And if you haven't read the book, you're obviously not going to miss the character that you don't know. So, if it's a rainy Friday night and you're not going out, you can sit down, make up some popcorn, enjoy this movie. It's a I'm not sure what the budget is, but it has the feel of kind of a low budget creature feature monster movie, um, with a decent cast. Like I said, Penelope Ann Miller doesn't throw me, but I like Tom Sizemore. Linda Hunt, I believe, is in it. I always like her. Bunch of other people, meh. But really, take the time to read Relic. I'll definitely. It's another one I'll read again. Um, if I have time, I'll read it again more than once. There's a sequel, Reliquary, that I have only read once, but just because I don't have time to reread everything I would like, brings back the cast and just sort of builds on what goes on in Relic. And Relic, I keep calling The Relic a monster movie. A Relic is a mix of a monster story and a techno-thriller. On the the blurb at the top there, far better or far above Crichton's Jurassic Park, um, which isn't a bad comparison as far as the type of story, because it does have to do with genetics in a different way. Um, but there's that in there. It's got that techno thriller aspect to it. It's eh, 474 pages, but it's a pretty quick read, I think. Um, really good. Doesn't get bogged down. They do get technical, and is a techno thriller. So there's technical stuff in here, but the character work is just fantastic. Um, and like I said, Pendergast, just an amazing character. I haven't read every Pendergast novel, and every Preston and Child novel is not a Pendergast novel. So I've read a ton of their stuff that doesn't have Pendergast. I've read quite a bit that does. Um, at this point, Still Life with Crows, I think, is my favorite Pendergast novel. That means nothing to you if you haven't read it. But that is one that I would recommend if you're going to check out the character. But for a good techno-thriller monster novel that will introduce you to an amazing character, you got to check this out. So, you know, spend a couple hours with the movie, spend a few more hours reading the book. Um, it's really tough because, again, if you don't know the book, the movie's not bad. I mean, the movie's not bad either way. It's just very disappointing um, to have such an amazing creation left out of. I don't understand why. I wish someone involved with the movie would step forward. Maybe they have. I don't know, but I'd like one of them to tell me why you would leave out this character. Um, so I guess that's it. Not sure what else to say. You have The Relic, which is the movie, and Relic, which is the novel. I don't know why they felt it was necessary to add the to the title. Maybe so it didn't confuse people. Hollywood seems to worry about confusing people. They tend to market towards the lowest common denominator, it seems, a lot of the time. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, The Relic and Relic. Um, Another wonderful book made into a decent movie. So, check them both out. Um, I can recommend the movie. I highly recommend the book. And I guess that's it. I'm not sure what else I can say about either one. So there you have it, episode 2 of reading the movie. If anyone has any suggestions for book movie combos, put them in the comments below. If you have any comments, questions, or corrections, put them in the comments below. Comments are open for spoilers. Just post a spoiler warning. If you want any more suggestions for Preston and Child books, because they have so many great, crazy, wild books, just ask me in the comments below. I can recommend all sorts of good stuff. At least I think it's good. Why else would I recommend it? Please like, share, and subscribe. Check out the trailer, the link up there somewhere for The Relic. And I guess that's it. I still haven't come up with a special closing for this new series, Reading the Movie. So this has been Reading the Movie. I have been Eric Smith, and until next time, read more books.